Good evening. It's called to order. Roll call, Mrs. Nyack.
Mike Davenport.
Here.
Christopher Espinoza.
Here.
Cheryl Fuller.
Here.
Terry Papasich.
Here.
Nancy Kupka.
Here. We have a quorum. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dave Toledano.
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ladies, I'm sorry.
Where's our flag?
Okay.
Flag's over there.
Behind the
Corner
screen.
behind us.
I pledge allegiance
To
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Student perspective.
I'll invite Ed forward. Yeah, just tell me when to go.
Hello, my name is Envy Bandera, and I'm a student at TV1. And the reason why I chose to do TV1 was because I thought it'd be interesting to learn about film. And yeah. And so the things we learned this year was, first lesson was laws and work ethics, which is like copyright, news values, basically what to publish. Our second lesson was learning equipment, which was the new equipment that we have this year, which is flash drives, hard drives, SD cards, handling with cables and computers. Our third lesson was learning about camera filming basics, which was angle, height, and different shots. Our fourth lesson was including using Adobe Premiere Pro and the basic editing skills, which is just adding, shortening footage, and giving the final project in. You can go to the next slide, please.
I'm Faith Nelson, and I'm a senior. I'm really involved in school. I'm on the speech team, and I also write for the newspaper here, which is why I kind of took the class, because it was more on the multimedia side of the newspaper. Miss Long, I had her for English last year, and we made a podcast and a video, and she's like, you should really try out the TV class, because I really enjoyed the times that even at home I got to create a creative video, and I also got to make a podcast. So this year, it is a new class, and it's new because, like Mr. Schwartz said, it was offered at North, and students would have to travel to North to take the class, but now that it's here and we have a designated classroom and equipment for it, it's a lot more accessible, and people want to take the class more because they don't see that roadblock. So we have this new classroom with a great space. It's got brand new desks and chairs, and the desks also flip up and move over so that we can kind of clear out the room if we want to film in there. We also have all of this equipment. We've got cameras, tripods, we've got the hard drives and the flash drives, and computers that have all of the editing program that we need to use for these projects that we all are assigned to individually. So we all have the opportunity to use equipment personally assigned to us, meaning we can take it out of the classroom as well if we want to film, whether it be for another club, and film stuff on our own time. We also have the opportunity to create and publish the content that we make. Blueprint is a place that we can freelance all of this stuff. I know that my videos have gone up on there. People that aren't even a part of the Blueprint staff have gotten the opportunity to publish, and those videos do pretty well too. We do different projects, and they all kind of get grouped together, so you can see all of the work that everyone in that class made. We also make them profiles for their freelance work, if that is something students want to do more. So it really kind of gets them into the atmosphere of what Blueprint is, which hopefully encourages people to take that class as well. And it's a great segue, and it's also fun if you don't want that kind of pressure as well. Students are also given more choice, independence, and responsibilities. We have assignment structure where this is the assignment and you have to do this, but there are endless opportunities to be creative in what you create. we did something where we had to follow the day in the life of a Mustang here, and everyone took a different route. Some people did their friends, some people did different people that work here, some people did more general groups of people, someone did a specific person and just got to watch their daily routine, which is really cool, and it definitely provides creativity with some structure. With the independence, because we were able to check out our equipment between the cameras and the tripods and the SD cards, we are given the trust and opportunity to prove that we are responsible enough to use this equipment that I know is very expensive and also something that can be broken or lost very easily. And being able to take that with us and work on these projects in our own time definitely gives us a sense of independence and responsibility. You can go to the next slide.
My name is Marquise Thompson, and I chose to take the TV1 class because I want to have a career in the multimedia field. I am also an internship student with Mr. Rios at the school to work on projects or video projects that the school gives us. For the projects we've done so far, we've done a project called Southside Stories, where we are supposed to basically make a video about the majority of the clubs or anything else that's released to the school. And for another project that we did is 90 Seconds News, where we're supposed to make our own news broadcast based off something that's around us, like something at school or in the town that we live in, or anything else that we found interesting. You click on the first link.
Sorry, we weren't wired for sound up here. One's mic'd? All right. Yeah. Or the other one has sound coming out of it. You want me to go on to the other one? Give it a shot and walk to the other side of the
So those were just two examples of some of the projects that we've worked on, one highlighting a student at South and then the other talking about recycling, if you didn't hear the video. We work on those in class, out of class. It's all up to the student that wants to do it, and the TV class has been a great way to both express creativity and highlight other groups of students and students here at South. And that's all we have.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize we'd have sound. I will make sure. Yeah, great job. Wait, don't run away yet. Come back, come back. First of all, I will make sure that the board receives your videos so that they can see them with sound. And we'll make sure in the updates that go out to the community about tonight's board meeting, we'll include those links as well so that the public can see them. Board member questions or comments?
I just wanted to congratulate you because this was like watching the news. I mean, it was watching the news, but you know what I mean. I have a professional news station. Now, I know you're a senior. Are any of you interested in broadcasting or communications or?
I think he said.
Somewhere in
Somewhere in multimedia?
It's a great way. News isn't your route. We're working on a creative project right now, so you kind of get best of both worlds in that.
You gonna say something?
No, I mean, the world needs great journalists.
For sure. We do.
We've lost a lot, I think, over the last few years. So kudos to you, and how great that we've got this at South now and that you don't have to travel to the north side of town and take the class. So terrific.
And thank you for highlighting the new digs so well, so nicely.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, but thank you. It was very impressive.
All right, thank you. All right, Scarlett is at Snowball tonight, so she left Jade to cover the student board member report.
I'm very sad Scarlett isn't here with me tonight. It's okay. She just showed me the South board paper tonight, so I'll start off with that. And I'm not Scarlett at all, but I'm giving it my best shot tonight. So for South, starting with the Fine Arts Department, the children's play, Schoolhouse Rock, was amazing. Shout out to all the wonderful cast and crew and all their accomplishments. This week, the fall play, Laughing Stock, will be performed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We will then be looking forward to the winter play, Rose and the Vine. On the athletic side of South, both girls and boys cross-country teams harshed up the sectionals this weekend, punching a ticket to the state meet. The football team finished off their season this weekend in the playoffs against the top Loyola Academy. Now that the fall sports are wrapping up, all eyes are on winter sports, which are starting this week. We cannot wait to see all that the winter sports teams accomplished this year. Finally, she would like to give a quick congratulations to all the National Merit Scholars. All of us at South are extremely proud of you and all that you accomplished. Okay, so now transitioning to my brief.
Nice job, Jade, thank you.
Thank you. Now something I actually know about. For homecoming at North, we just had it last weekend. It was amazing. It was the first time we did it outdoors, and it was definitely a hit. We had a record number of students reaching 1,650, which was impressive. Yeah.
That is.
Also, following that, No One Walks Alone challenge that I mentioned at my last brief also came to an end with more than 50 clubs, groups, and athletic teams pledging to walk to raise awareness for the American Cancer Society, which I think speaks volumes to the culture we have at school. Also, we have the Winter One Act Plays coming up in the next following weeks on November 18th, 19th, and 20th. Also, in the Fine Arts Departments at North, congratulations to the 38 students who earned all district honors from ILMEA, which is the Illinois Music Education Association. We have 2 band concerts this week, one tomorrow and one on the 4th. The ensembles have worked very hard the last couple weeks to put this on, so we are very proud of them. And then moving on to sports. Football had a tough loss at our homecoming game a couple weeks ago, but we are proud of them regardless because it was a great season. Our girls varsity volleyball team is going to sectionals tonight. They are playing tonight. I am very excited to see the outcome once the board meeting is over. Both our girls cross country team and our boys cross country team did so well at sectionals this past weekend. They qualified for state as a team, and we are very excited to see how that goes next weekend. Our girls swimming sectional is at South on Saturday, which is very exciting. We are also very happy for them and supporting them. And similar to Scarlett, our winter sports are starting up this week, so we are very excited to see where that takes us, and we wish them the best of luck. And same as Scarlett, I want to say congratulations to all the National Merit students that we're honoring tonight. You have worked very hard for this, and we are proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to bring up the principals here in a second, but I'm going to skip to this and then come back. So just a quick report that isn't in the agenda or informational item is we are in the process of strategic planning. We have multiple sessions available. So for parents, guardians on November 9th or 10th, you can go to either school, whatever's free on your calendar, if you wish to come and provide us feedback on the future of District 99 from the family perspective. And then we have one on November 11th that's for anybody in the community. So up and coming. Now I'm going to ask Ed to come forward and Courtney to recognize our National Merit students. Board members, we're going to come out there, and the students that would like a fist bump as they cross the stage, we can offer a fist bump.
Making a microphone adjustment. Thank you for your patience. The spaces are new to us. We're still figuring out all the ins and outs of making the tech work. So we're trying to feed you with the sound and also feed the live stream at home. So as we work through that. And we're excited to finally, in person, for the first time in 2 years, honor students in person. I know you're going to see that many of them couldn't make it tonight. It's a busy night. I know North High's got an important volleyball game going, and at South High, both North and South students are doing snowball training. We've got 2 plays rehearsing, one in the studio theater and one in the theater lab, so it's a busy place tonight. But we want to make sure we take time to congratulate deserving students. Welcome to South High School. For our friends from the north side, if you don't know me, my name is Ed Schwartz, and it's my privilege to serve as principal of South High School. Our school board in District 99 is made up of 7 elected volunteers who represent the voices and opinions of our community. They are charged with upholding the mission of our school district, and they put into place systems of opportunities for our students to excel. Unlike Dr. Dement and me, they do not get to see on a daily basis the wonderful accomplishments of our students. This evening is their opportunity to recognize some of our most exceptional students. Specifically, we're here to recognize the students who are being honored as part of the National Merit Scholarship Program. As we proceed through the recognition program, we would ask that the students from the specific school come forward and position themselves on the walkway to my right. Then, as Dr. Dement or I announce each student's names, please proceed to receive your certificate from a member of the Board of Education. It looks like we're missing quite a few. I was going to say hold your applause till all have come forward, but I think they're deserving of their each individual applause. So we will recognize each student individually as we call their name. The National Merit Competition begins in the fall of a student's junior year when they take the preliminary SAT exam, which is a qualifying exam for national merit recognition. In the fall of their senior year, students are informed of their status as a National Merit semifinalist or commended scholar, or one of 2 other recognitions, National Achievement Scholar or National Hispanic Recognition Program Scholar. Of more than 1.6 million entrants, approximately 50,000 with the highest PSAT and MSQT selection index score qualify for this recognition. Beginning, we ask the South High students earning commended status to please come forward. Commended scholars are those students who scored in the top 3% of all students who took the PSAT in the fall of their junior year. These students are among 34,000 students nationwide who achieve this level. This year, South High has 2 students earning that distinction, Renee Kowalski and Clarissa Segale. Congratulations, Renee and Clarissa.
Good evening. I'm Courtney Dement, the principal at North High School, and I would like to reiterate my congratulations to these amazing students and thank them for their contributions to both North High School and District 99. Will the 6 North High students who were identified as National Merit Commended Scholars please come forward? The students from North High who have earned commended status are Jessica Cagney, Anika Kanamidi, Nathan Nutt, go ahead, yep, Madeline Risky, Caitlin Stocky, and Megan Thompson.
Will the South High students who were identified as National Merit semifinalists please come forward? National Merit semifinalists are those students who scored in the top 1% of all the students who took the PSAT last fall. They are among only 16,000 students out of the 1.6 million who took the test to achieve at this level. Semifinalists are now eligible to move forward in the competition for National Merit scholarships. National Merit finalists are selected from these semifinalists and will be announced sometime in early 2022. South High is proud to recognize the National Merit semifinalists in the class of 2022. Leka Davis, Brendan Gibbons, Dean Golminas, Alex Johnson, Tim Newman, Shivan Patel, Ashley Reynolds, Olivia Roti, Amelia Swerb, and Luca Variati. Congratulations to all the South High semifinalists.
And will the North High students who are identified as National Merit semifinalists please come forward? Awesome. North High National Merit semifinalists are Madeline Frum, Juliana Gomian, Alexander Krejcha, Helen Larkin, Elisenda Lee Palau, Andrew Marin, Dhruv Nambisan, Adam Satabkhan, Madison Smith, and Ian Stagaman. And again, please join us in recognizing these incredibly impressive academic scholars. Yep. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, we extend our congratulations to all of these deserving students. You represent the academic excellence in District 99, and we are very proud of you. Thank you to our honorees for their attendance this evening, and again, congratulations. If all of our students, we would love to take a photo of you out in the lobby. So if you could follow back there where you came in, we would love to take a picture, and parents feel free to come take a picture also. And in a moment, the Board of Education will continue with their regular business meeting. Again, more than welcome to stay, but we know how busy our students are, so you may want to use this break to exit. Thank you all very much.
Good job. Nicely done. Okay. Congratulations to all. So nice to see so many.
Did I hand the wrong one off?
Would you like to fist bump us all again?
I thought I got them. Sorry about that.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Returning to in-person learning.
Nothing really new to report. We did update our dashboard today with staff cases from October. We had 4 positive staff cases in the entire month of October. These are our student case numbers over the last month. And a reminder that information is updated on the website each Monday. We have no new guidance or anything else that's moved forward. We continue to be back. You heard from Jade. We had a wonderful homecoming event. Every one of these weeks where we progress and it looks more and more like normal are greatly appreciated, although we know that this year is far from normal. All right, proposed bell schedule for the next school year, 22-23 school year. Just a quick update on this as well, kind of where we're at. We moved into November as of today. Last week we closed the surveys on the feedback. I've shared the raw responses with the board. Our core committee met today. We're working on putting together a presentation for the board and the public of what some of the key solve-fors were that came out of that feedback, and what some of the confusion or misconceptions might be that we're going to use to build out our FAQ further. There was nothing in that feedback that said at this point, stop. So we'll continue to move forward with the work. Remember, this is over the course of this year, we'll be working on this and providing updates to the board. The next step in November is seeking approval of the structure of the schedule, so that the committees have a structure to work inside of for the remainder of this school year. That might change over the course of the year as we do the work, but we need an approved starting point to work from. So we'll be updating the board over the next couple of weeks as we prepare for that meeting. We'll ask for approval of that structure in November, and then it'll be a continual update throughout the course of the year as we make progress on what it actually looks like when students return next year under this new schedule. A reminder, I know the board knows this, but for the public, that we're doing this fashion to be very transparent, open, and for allowed dialogue along the process, rather than just coming to the public in the spring and saying, oh, here's your schedule for next year. We just want to make sure that people have an opportunity to understand it, to ask questions, and for us to provide feedback over the course of the year. So, any questions on where we're at in that process? All right, so expect more in a couple of weeks. All right, some great news on college and career pathway endorsements. I'm going to turn this over to Gina to talk about this. She's been leading the way with the team on a lot of great work here.
Thank you, Dr. Seeley. I'm pleased to announce that we just found out a week ago that we were approved to offer students 3 more pathway endorsements, which is really exciting. The board may recall that we did issue the endorsement last year for human and public services, which is what education falls under, to 7 Downers North students and 12 Downers South students. This year, we're expanding it to 3 more pathways that include information technology, manufacturing, engineering, technology and trades, and finance and business services. And students need to take a series of courses. They need to complete a number of activities and have experiences involving adult mentorship and working alongside and training. And we are very pleased that we'll be able to offer this. This really is a testament to the work of our CTE department chairs. Pat Fardy and Melissa Damewood have really put this in place and have set us up well to award these 4 diploma endorsements this year to the class of 2022.
Right, and this closely aligns with board goals for post-secondary endorsements while students are in school. So things like AP, dual credit, and pathway endorsements.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah.
You know, I 4 kids and all in college, and 1 graduated from college now. This kind of stuff is just when our kids are going out and competing for scholarships. I mean,
absolutely,
this is so great. You know, it's something. You know, it's a way to set yourself apart from those other students that are coming in from other schools that, you know, maybe didn't have this, but had maybe a similar GPA, that sort of thing. These are the kinds of things that really make a difference. And, you know, obviously from an educational standpoint, but from a financial standpoint too for our community. So thank you for the good work. Appreciate it.
And for many of our students, this isn't even about a scholarship or college admission. For many, this is a pathway right into the world of work.
Right.
And no college debt, and getting right to it, right? And create some nice pathways that way. You know, every student has a different pathway, and this is one of the many that we can kind of endorse and offer up while they're here at school.
Yeah, I did have a question about that. So, with
Can you pull the microphone closer, Cheryl?
Oh, closer? I was thinking I can't hear people because they're too close. Okay. With the endorsements, is it certification? I just wanted to make clear of, I know we have the AP, the dual credit, and I know this is a good thing, but I just want to understand the path when it comes to the career. Is it giving you almost a certification of your skill set?
So essentially, these endorsements can open up scholarship opportunities for students, but it also appears on their actual high school transcript. So when they're applying to college or even college essays, if they're on the pathway, this is a way for them to really set themselves apart from other students. And dual credit and AP classes are part of the sequence of classes that students would need to take to qualify. So for example, the 19 students that we awarded it to last year all took our Introduction to Teaching course, which gives them 6 college credits.
Okay.
Dual credit.
So for the student regarding the endorsement who hasn't decided to go to college or want to take a different path, but they're interested in IT so this is something too that they can use to get into the workforce to say that I have completed some extra courses towards something I'm interested in because I'm interested in doing this particular work.
Absolutely, and it appears on their high school transcript.
Okay.
Well, I would thank you, Gina, because
thank you.
This is something I've wanted for many, many years, not just for our students, but for all students who find themselves in that situation where they need to go to work after high school, and they're going to go out prepared and qualified to get good jobs that will be gainful employment for them. So thank you.
All right. Job well done, Gina and team.
Thank you.
All right. Chris asked us to add before this month as we head into the joint annual conference, IASB resolutions. Board members have been provided the packet of resolutions, and I'll turn it over to Chris.
Yes. All right. So the 2 resolutions that were brought to...
Chris, can you move your...
Gotcha.
We
Sorry.
can't hear you.
The 2 resolutions that were brought to the board's attention, or that are being brought to the board's attention tonight, are Resolution 2, the Student Safety and Protection Plan, and Resolution 15, the Child Safe Gun Storage Plan. So, I don't know, have all of you read through the...
What page is 2 on?
2 is on 9, 15 is on page 15.
Yep. We start with 2.
All right, so you want me to just read through the Yeah, so, yeah, okay, so Resolution 2 is the Student Safety and Protection Plan, and it it allows for the ability to carry a concealed firearm on district property, provided for district employees. District employees, provided that the employee has a valid Illinois firearm owner's identification card.
And a concealed carry license.
Yes. And has completed all additional trainings and certifications set forth by the respective school board.
And what's the,
Number 2.
yeah, the resolutions committee recommendation on the resolution was what?
So the resolutions committee recommends that we do adopt this policy.
Right.
So, never mind, thought on it.
I could tell you, this came
talk
up,
to the next one.
this is almost identical to what I saw a couple years ago.
This is the second or third time.
Yeah, and we talked about it before, and I'm not sure why the resolutions committee, has changed their position on it, but I certainly haven't. I think that law enforcement in our schools is best left in the hands of law enforcement officers and trained personnel, and I don't think that just because you have a license to carry a gun means that you have been trained properly and all of the necessary things that our officers get trained in. That's their career. That's what they do. We want teachers focused on educating. So I think that it's a false sense of security. I think the idea that arming people in the school, there obviously are some people that feel that somehow that's making their schools safer, and I don't know that there was any data presented, evidence presented to support that presumption, and I would suggest that it could possibly have the opposite effect. So if I do empathize with smaller districts having the need, wanting to have a safety officer in the school, not having the funds to pay for that, or not having the personnel, available in the community to hire to do that, I certainly see that as a problem that should be addressed. However, I don't think that this is the path to addressing that problem.
I'm in full agreement with Mike. I mean, I was kind of thought they were on a different path with this. And I understand rural schools, it's very different, but we're in a very different kind of community here. I just think guns by people other than law enforcement don't belong in school.
Well, I think, and I've said it, I'm sorry, were you done?
No. Yeah.
Okay. I think I even said it last time. It's a difficult position for me because I am not in a district where I don't have the funding or the opportunity to feel safer. And I think the argument that keeps coming up is around a school district that does not have the means and looks like they're seeking out SROs now. I think that's the right letters.
Yes, that's correct.
And they haven't been able to get that. So it's been difficult for me to make a decision for a school district that feels that way. However, this would affect all school districts, so we don't have the opportunity to pick and choose. And that's the part that, is unfortunate. But I definitely don't feel good about a school district that doesn't feel safe, or as safe as they can feel, because where are we completely safe today?
I would feel better if there was a resolution that the state ISD or other agencies within the government can put money towards these districts that don't have the resources to have this person on staff, let's say. I would be more inclined to say, let's back that,
Right.
not this. And
That's a good idea.
so I think that would be more important than this.
I think they said they had some funding, they just can't get the people now. Did I read that incorrectly?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, historically, it's been both, that they haven't had
But for this.
enough
this
funding and they
scenario
don't have
gave
enough
us.
staff available,
Yeah.
and it's a long response for police time, because police might be in the next county or something.
Okay, yeah, this particular scenario was money, but for some it's both, to your point.
Well, rural schools are underfunded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
And they're just, I
absolutely.
mean, they've got a problem with having enough teachers, you know, a big time problem right now.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's just all kinds of fallout from that problem. This is obviously, one of those consequences. And the solution, I don't see where this is going to solve the problem for them. I mean, I think it gives them a false sense of security.
To be honest with you, I think it'll make the situation worse.
It could.
Because if you have, I'm not going to say unqualified people, but people whose livelihood is not with law enforcement or any of those agencies, with putting the responsibility of that in their hands, I think that's totally wrong.
Yeah, I think the implication with this is that just because they have all the certification to carry a firearm properly, that they're going to be equipped to handle these situations, which doesn't carry over necessarily. So I think this sort of
I just
turns.
think it's a bad idea all around.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I
do we need to
agree with
vote on
everything.
this?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Do we need to vote on this for you?
I think we need to vote. Does anybody have I mean, I'm strongly opposed to this as well for all the reasons already stated, including, I think, to what you alluded to, that this would provide maybe a stopgap measure, but it's not going to fix a problem. And it could potentially harm more people then. So is there anybody who feels they'd like to offer a different perspective? Because otherwise it sounds like we're opposed. Do you got what you need, Chris?
No.
So to be clear, we're telling him to vote against.
Against this.
Against,
And it looks like it's unanimous.
Yeah, and I suggest that, and I don't know how they decide on this, but come back with a stronger argument for a solution other than this. What else could, we think through another solution other than this? Because I think since I've been on the board, this is the third time?
I think it's the third time.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I wonder how we can put our heads together to come up with something else that may be able to stick. That's my 2 cents.
I'm not familiar with this Mercer County. Is that in southern Illinois?
I think so.
Yes, it's a downstate school district, yes.
So, were they the ones that did it last time?
I'm not sure who brought it forward last time.
It was downstate before then.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, number 15?
Yes, okay, and then, so resolution 15, the child safe gun storage. So this is FOID card members who have minors in the house under the age of 14. 14, 15. Under the age of, accessible to a minor under the age of 14. Will be, what do you call it, required, where's the wording here? Yes, okay, so requiring gun owners to store firearms, whether they are loaded or unloaded, in a secure locked container if the person is under the age of 18 and is likely to gain access to the weapon without permission.
So if I understood this one correctly, it was talking about how people store their guns at home? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bridge too far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, the committee recommends that we do not adopt.
I actually disagree that it's a bridge too far. Because, I mean, truth be told, the enforcement about how somebody stores their gun at home is not something a school board can do.
Right.
But I think we can be supportive of the fact that this changes that this would change the requirement from 14 to 18, correct? And if we don't take a strong stance on this, who, for the protection of students, who will?
Yeah, I remember, I wish I should have pulled out my, the rationale from, previously, because this came up before as well. And if I recall correctly, previous resolution committee rationale too felt like this is not following the history of what ISB has done in terms of what we support, that we stay in this lane, and that this is branching us off into other places where maybe we shouldn't go, and we should stick to our lane. So, meaning start talking about how, I see the rationale behind it, but should the IASB be the, one of the vehicles to moving that along? I don't know that we should.
It's a resolution, not legislation.
Right. No, I understand that.
So, yeah. I mean, I
What we're going to spend our money lobbying for.
It's out of their jurisdiction. This is going into everyone's homes.
I agree with the do not adopt. And Nancy, it sounds like maybe you're saying possibly we should.
I would like to adopt it. I support adopting it.
Maybe we do a straw poll on this one for Christmas?
I think we should support it. I think we should support adoption of it. The resolution is to not support it, correct?
Correct.
Right.
I think we should support it because I think we should send support to legislators who would pick this up and run with for safety reasons.
I agree with Nancy. I kind of think that it does at first glance seem like we're getting in an area that isn't ours, but in reality, when a child has access to a gun and it's not properly stored, that's how they get into schools.
Exactly.
So I kind of...
How do you even enforce that?
I know, it feels funny, like it's out of our territory, but I definitely, can see how their thinking goes on this.
So did I. I can hardly hear her, but
Yeah.
so what words, Nancy, so I understand what you're saying. You're saying support us putting regulations around people's guns in their homes, right?
Right, which would be in opposition of the resolution.
Tell me again.
The resolution as stated is saying this has gone too far, that the resolution committee recognizes the importance of protecting students, but has concerns over the specifics of proposed resolution were the same as they were when the language was presented previous year. They ultimately felt that the resolution went too far and that it was not the place of the local school board or IASB to determine the actions people take within their homes. So if you're supporting the resolution, you're saying that's correct. We should not support this. I don't support this resolution. I think we should support stricter. We should support what could ultimately be stricter legislation around gun control for exactly the reason Joanna stated. Ultimately, these are going to end up in our schools.
So you're saying they're recommending we do not adopt. You say adopt.
I say adopt.
So we need to give Chris some direction on this.
So let's do straw poll. So I say adopt.
I say don't adopt.
Don't adopt.
Don't adopt.
Joanna?
I say adopt.
Don't adopt.
Don't.
All right.
Okay.
So you have your unofficial, not action, but straw poll. You know which direction that board members are leaning.
All right. You guys see the motion, school board member compensation?
I read that.
Champagne thinks that we should get paid.
Oh, they've been trying to get us to be paid for.
Yeah. Although I agree with the rationale on that, do not adopt. But I did think, I don't know if you saw number 4 there about board member child care reimbursement. I thought that was creative and that's a good idea.
Yeah. Because you know what, that might encourage younger.
Right.
Yes.
I thought
You know,
young children
Yeah,
and
younger-
you might
folks in the
volunteer to
community.
do this but you don't have a means to have your children taken care of, well, why not?
So did,
With the pay, it was a rough 2020.
did any board member have another resolution that they were not happy with the IASB recommendation and wanted to suggest an alternative?
Sorry,
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
can't
Was there
probably
any other
understand.
resolution that any board member said, oh, I don't like the resolution as it stands, and I think we should oppose or support the opposite? Was there anything else anybody wanted to call out? No? Okay.
All right.
So Chris,
Thanks,
is
Chris.
that good for you?
That works.
Okay.
That should do.
We don't have any slips for receptions of visitors.
Did we have anybody who wanted to?
Anybody who wanted to turn in a slip? No?
Okay, so we're going to move into closed session. I need a motion for the Board of Education to go into closed session for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals who serve as independent contractors in a park, recreational, or educational setting, or specific volunteers of the district or legal counsel for the district, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee, a specific individual who serves as an independent contractor in a park, recreational, or educational setting, or a volunteer of the district, or against legal counsel for the district to determine its validity. And,
moved.
well, not done, sorry.
Somebody
That breath
say it?
didn't give it away, right? Litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the district has been filed and is pending before a court. Carrie, you moved?
So moved.
Second.
Chris?
Chris seconded.
Thank you.
All those in,
Terry?
Carrie?
What? Yes.
Aye or nay?
Aye. Sorry,
you.
I thought,
Christopher Espinoza.
Aye.
Thank you. Cheryl Fuller.
Aye.
Jenny Hagstrom.
aye.
Joanna Vasquez Drexler.
Aye.
Mike Davenport.
Aye.
Nancy Kupka.
Aye, we'll move into closed session
No action to follow. We'll only come back out to adjourn.
to adjourn. Thank you very much for attending.